AMD has been on a tear. The company's market value is approaching roughly $380 billion. Its shares are trading just under a recent 52-week high of $241.20, and the stock has soared over the past 6 months as investors pile into its data center and AI story. That manic enthusiasm has a soundtrack: analyst upgrades, big cloud deals, and a flashy product debut at this year's Open Compute Project, OCP, Global Summit in San Jose. The headline: AMD pulled the curtain back on Helios, a rack-scale AI platform built around next-generation MI450 Instinct GPUs, and Wall Street is suddenly paying rapt attention. Why the market cares: the numbers that move the needle. Let's be blunt, investors buy future cash flows, but they trade on signals. The last 6 months' price action, the very visible rally, signals more than momentum. It signals belief that AMD is not just a chipmaker for laptops and consoles anymore. It's a serious contender in the most valuable computing market of our era: AI training and high-performance data centers. Brokerage desks have been racing to reprice the story. Bank of America, B of A, recently bumped its target and explicitly cited improved visibility into AMD's ramp schedule for MI450 and its Helios rack as a key reason to get more bullish. That kind of institutional backing adds fuel to the rally. What is Helios, and why it matters? If you've ever peeked inside a data center rack, isn't just a metal box. It's the unit that holds tens of thousands of dollars of compute, networking, and power plumbing. Helios is AMD's attempt to reimagine the entire rack as an optimized, serviceable, and open standard AI appliance, built on ideas that Meta contributed to the OCP community. The Helios reference design integrates many MI450 GPUs in a single rack, tuned for the memory, thermal, and networking requirements that modern large language models demand. It's rack-scale thinking, which matters because AI customers don't just buy GPUs. They buy deployable systems that can be maintained and scaled across tens of thousands of nodes. AMD showed Helios at OCP and the reaction was loud. Engineers were lining up to see it. Meet the MI450, the new kid in the GPU farm. The star at the center of Helios is the Instinct MI450 family, next-generation accelerators designed for massive model training and high-bandwidth memory workloads. The MI450 is built to be used at rack scale, which is different from the GPU by GPU sales pitch of old. This is a design that assumes you'll weld 48, 72, or more GPUs together in a single purpose-built rack to train giant models. Early details the company and partners teased at OCP show that the MI450 series emphasizes on-chip memory density, high internal fabric bandwidth, and packaging that makes dense racks serviceable without setting the data center on fire. In plain terms, it's designed for the kind of heavy-lifting hyperscalers and AI labs need. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, like the video, it means much to me. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. Timing: when the Helios/MI450 story becomes dollars. This is the part traders circle on the calendar. Analysts and AMD's partners are pointing to a phased ramp in the second half of 2026 for MI450 Helios systems, a timing line that matters because the AI cloud buyers are planning capacity years ahead. B of A, after talking to AMD's finance team and seeing the OCP reveals, said it now has new visibility into that ramp cadence, which prompted a material rethink of revenue timing and market share assumptions. When a respected broker says, "We can see the ramp," modelers crank the revenue engine up for 2026 and 2027, and price targets move higher. The customer roster: why partners validate the story. A product is only as real as its customers. The Helios reveal wasn't a vacuum demo. Public and industry reports indicate large cloud firms, including Oracle, Meta, and others, are aligning to use the Helios design and MI450 GPUs in cloud clusters and AI superclusters. Oracle, for one, announced plans to deploy tens of thousands of MI450 GPUs as part of upcoming AI offerings, an institutional order book that changes how investors think about AMD's TAM, total addressable market, and AI infrastructure. When hyperscalers commit to racks in the millions of dollars apiece, the math on future revenue looks very different. How this shifts AMD versus NVIDIA, the chessboard. NVIDIA currently leads the AI accelerator market and is tightly integrated into many software stacks. AMD's strategy isn't to replicate NVIDIA part for part, it's to offer an open, rack-scale alternative that pairs competitive silicon with the system's vision. If MI450 and Helios hit performance per dollar and software compatibility targets, and big cloud customers adopt them at scale, AMD can carve meaningful share in data centers. Think of NVIDIA as the dominant bakery in town that sells single loaves, while AMD is trying to sell entire bread factories that are easier for large grocery chains to operate. The fight is both technological and commercial. GPUs must be fast, software must be portable, and supply must be predictable. Why Buffett's upgrade mattered, and what a $300 target implies. When Bank of America raised its AMD price target, it wasn't just being polite, it was adjusting its model for actual ramp signals and partner commitments. A $300 target presumes a material contribution from MI450 deployments and larger AI deals that generate billions in revenue over the next 24 to 36 months. That kind of target is a statement of belief. BofA thinks AMD will convert engineering demos into real, recurring business. When big brokers say, "We see the ramp," two things happen: fundamental investors rerun their DCFs, discounted cash flow models, and momentum flows, funds chasing winners, accelerate buying. In plain language, the upgrade is both math and market momentum. Imagine you're a farmer choosing tractors. NVIDIA sells the best single-row tractors, fast, efficient, trusted. AMD says, "We'll sell you a whole harvester barn, complete with tractors, trailers, and a maintenance crew, so you can plant and harvest 10x faster." If you run a small family farm, the single tractor is fine. If you operate global agriculture, read a hyperscaler, the barn that reduces per bushel cost, adds scale, and simplifies repairs suddenly looks irresistible. Helios plus MI450 aims to be that barn, a turnkey rack design tuned for scale. The farm analogy helps because hyperscalers don't buy chips. They buy predictable, maintainable capacity that fits their operations. The analyst chorus, bullishness spreads, and why it matters. Following the Helios showcase and partner news, multiple analysts turned more bullish. Besides Buffett's $300 target, other firms have revised estimates higher or called the product launches material for AMD's long-term AI opportunity and on the path to $1,700. When analysts upgrade, it's not just ego. Upgrades change the risk-reward seen by funds, shift sell-side research conversations, and can cause portfolio managers to increase weightings. In a market where narrative and numbers feed each other, that analyst chorus amplified the stock's move. Note this as well. "And he saith unto me, Seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and mocketh a lie." Revelation 22 verses 10 to 14. If we fully obey the Lord, the Creator of heaven and earth, and carefully follow all His commandments, He has promised to set us high above all the nations of the earth. Deuteronomy 28. We shall be blessed when we come in and when we go out. I appeal to you to accept God and let Him be your guide, for He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. Want more information? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: "I stayed until the end." Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage me to continue bringing to you insightful content. Do not miss out on our future videos full of insight. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's blessings and care. Faith and prayer will do what no power on earth can accomplish. See you in the next video by God's mercy.